Last week, Christy and I had the great gift and blessing of spending some time with our grandsons at an indoor water park. They turned 5 this year, and as part of a birthday adventure, we wanted to take them to a water park. And it was just such a gift to see these 2 5-year-olds in this environment of complete carefreeness and real joy and playfulness. What was equally a gift was to watch how T-Man and Gugoots were able to continuously help one another catch a second wind. We thought they got to be getting tired, but they just kept encouraging one another. And they could have gone down the same slide 20 times, and one would say to the other, now let's go to the wave pool, or let's go to the lazy river, or let's go down this side, or let's go get a snack from Oma and Papa J. And each time one would help the other catch a second wind, and they would find even more joy and more life. I found that same gift thanks to their energy and enthusiasm. I found myself catching a second wind as well and finding more joy in life thanks to them. I crashed after it was all said and done, don't get me wrong, but it was a gift. Prayer to watch the 2 of them help one another catch second winds, and to experience them helping Papa J catch a second wind as well. Psalm 78 is a psalm that celebrates God's ability to catch a second wind in life. It's a psalm that reflects in most of it on the tension between God and God's people in that wilderness journey and the exhaustion that tension would bring about for both God and God's people. But then in verse 65, towards the end of the psalmist sings of God's ability to catch a second wind, awaking from sleep like a warrior refreshed with wine, the verse says, and then continuing to walk with God's people with this renewed sense of peace and presence and life. An Easter invitation for us to pause and pray on how we come to experience that gift of catching second winds in our lives. Maybe we find that gift thanks to the energy and playfulness of children and grandchildren, or just the mere presence of those whose love and support recharges, refreshes, and renews our hearts and souls. Or maybe for some of us, we need to get away from all of that and step into some holy solitude in order to catch a second wind and find some rest and renewal. However we come to find them, today we give thanks to God for the gift of those second winds and their ability to not just keep us going, but like T-Man and Gugoots, their ability to help us keep growing and experience more richly life and joy and peace and wonder and awe, all the many gifts of Easter. Easter peace and blessings to you all.